Welcome. Brothers, fathers, you know who it is. I'm D.
Sorry, I'm Nate.
This is the Future Fathers FA podcast.
Let's go. Yo.
Bro, how you been?
I've got that proper play, give thanks.
Yep.
You get me?
That's
Yeah.
right. We woke up this morning. That's it.
The people that love us around us, you get me?
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Well, bro. Life's been alright. You know what I'm saying? Just woke up. I've got people that love me. You've got people that love you. Working, making them happy. Things is good. Things is good. So, my brother, I had a thought. Last week I did an episode on do little boys need to be active. And while I was talking to myself and thinking about things,
I like them ones still.
I was sitting there and I was running through a few things, and something hit me, and I was like, wait, hold on, I need to do this with Nate, because I can actually ask you this, bro.
Yeah, man.
My brother and the fathers out there, because they're gonna want this info too. Yeah, bro. As a dad of daughters,
Yeah. And a son. But yeah.
Daughters in particular this time. Daughters in particular this time, because I can ask, bro. What is it that little girls need from their dad?
Do you know what? I've never been asked that question before, so I'm just nodding my head.
Yeah, no.
It's a deep thing. I think, do you know what? I think a male presence. I don't know if that's a thing, but
Oh, it definitely is.
I think that is something that is very necessary, because potentially, obviously, I know we've got the LGBT, all of that stuff going on and that.
Yep.
And we don't discriminate against no one.
Nope.
But with a lot of us, I believe that when we raise our daughters with in the back of our head, when you get older, you're either gonna get married or you're gonna have a boyfriend, or you're gonna have a relationship.
Yep.
And I think with my big one, I think what I can see is she is not to an extent, she doesn't have fear for guys like that. Like she may have respect in that. She understands, because she's seen me in the house, and she knows how my temper is.
Yep.
And she knows, okay, when to talk to me a certain way, how to talk. All of these stuff, it's an experience. It's an inside look into the male world, the male psyche for your daughters.
Yep.
Like what I found, especially with my partner, a lot is that she goes back to her relationship with her dad when she thinks about me and the girls. You see what I'm saying? So It's like, I believe with women subconsciously, that's the first man that's in your life, whether it's your dad, your stepdad, your granddad, but that first man, and how that man reacts and treats you and things you see ultimately shapes how you kind of see men and how they relate to men. Also, kind of like with us with our mums, like, we know. Sorry guys, that's alright. We know when to talk to our women, when to not talk to our women, how to talk to our women based off our interaction with our mums.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So yeah, for me, it definitely is one of those things where girls just need a presence, and also a strong male presence, one that's got their back, one that listens to them, one that just shows them all the attributes that what type of man you would want your daughter to kind of look for, and also what she will settle for as well. Do you know what I mean? Last thing, I told my big daughter, like, with certain things, that especially like when it comes to like sex and stuff like that. She's a big girl now, she's 17 soon. And we have these conversations from time to time, and it's like, you know, I let her know from a man's standpoint, you have the power in these situations.
Yep.
You know, and there's been a couple instances where those words have really resonated with her and have made her feel powerful,
as they should do,
in certain situations with her boyfriend or whatever with guys. You get me? See,
Yeah.
it's different when a man tells. It's different when your mum tells you, "One that girl, like that she's no good for you." It's different when your if your dad says that. Oh yeah, like I hear you, like I'm no. But when, for me personally, when your mum, when my mum's had an opinion on somebody, it weighs so much stronger. Not even somebody, on a woman,
on a female.
yeah,
That's
it weighs
thinking that,
because I'm thinking, wow, you're a woman yourself.
yeah.
So why are you now
Yeah.
telling me to
If-
one this chick,
Exactly.
or you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So if she says that, I'm like, oh, I'm on board. I'm wanting like, yo,
Yeah.
later. If it's necessary, do you know what I'm saying? So same way how we look at that, I believe that with girls, that male, that strong
That
father,
presence
yeah, man,
there,
that
yeah,
presence
yeah,
is
yeah,
it's
yeah.
important.
Yeah, because as you said, bro, it teaches them how to not only deal with men, but they're able to view men objectively, in the sense that, okay, so I know how you lot operate.
Yeah,
Not being, you know, funny, but yeah, I understand how you lot
the
operate.
base. Yeah, man.
Because I see my dad do this. I see my brothers do this. I see my uncle do this. I see blah blah blah. So there's certain characteristics and certain traits in men that girls in general would see, and they would know and understand, and what should I say, I would hope they would understand a lot earlier in life with dad.
Do you know, to go to a point, it's mad, like I look on socials and that,
Yeah.
and I see like the narrative from women. Yeah, a lot of women is, I'm not going to work, I should be looked after, this guy should
Right,
have so
yeah.
much jobs to just
yeah,
pay
yeah,
the things
yeah,
for
yeah,
me.
yeah.
Now, to me, that sounds like you're looking for a dad who
Well,
is just gonna dish you some D on the side. Just
Well,
like with the man, them
yeah,
man looks at man's girl, like looking at man's mum, like mum used to come home from work, then deal with food and then deal with this, that, and that.
Yeah.
And then we're looking at our girls like, hold on. Like some of the men, we're looking at man's like, Rob, why is there
Where's-
issue for you to come home from work and do? But that's not their role.
Nah,
That's
bruh.
not you're not my
Nah.
mum.
No, you're
You
not.
get
You're
me?
my partner.
Yeah,
We're supposed
yeah.
to do stuff together.
Mm-hmm,
Like,
mm-hmm.
and the joke is, as you said it, that's your partner. We're in a partnership.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not about you do this because you have to or because you're supposed to. No, bro, you work it out.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's 50-50, sometimes it's 60-40, sometimes it's 100 nothing.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
And with little girls being exposed to dads in the house, present dads, and seeing certain situations, knowing how dad acting in this circumstance,
Yeah.
they're able to say, okay, right, you know what, I don't want that in my man.
Exactly. Oh my
Yeah.
days.
I
Yeah.
don't want that in my man.
Yeah.
So, you know, you treat women like this. Okay, so when you treat women like that, they, you know, they're nice. Okay, so yep, I want my man to. That's a decent trait.
You know the maddest, yeah.
Go on.
I had one conversation with my mum time ago, yeah. And it's funny that you said like that's why I said all my days, because she spoke to me about one of her partners and that, and she was like, obviously she's married now. Big up mumsy, blah blah blah.
Big up mumsy.
But they spoke to her one of her partners, and she was like, yeah, your granddad was a bad man. Do you think, yeah, I want to settle with that? Because I know. And it's funny that you said, yeah, you know, they see what I want that.
Yeah.
And my man, I don't want that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, yeah, man, I think the dads and daughters, I think that's the first, you are their first point of call on what a man should, yeah, what a man is.
That's right. You're supposed to be there. Like, well, I can't say that. It's not that you're supposed to be there. It's what they. Sorry. It's what they see and what they pick up on. And as they grow and they start to understand a little bit more, then they're like, oh, okay, right. So, you know, intricate little things like,
Yeah.
okay, so you're able to handle pressure like this.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what that kind of pressure is.
Mhm.
All right, that's you know. And not only that, brother, I fully believe. You know, I don't really like to use that word there. I fully believe with dad present,
Mm.
because obviously dad might not be in the house, but
Yeah,
if dad's present,
Yeah.
you see the relationships they build with men. They're different.
Different. I was about to say, yeah. On a quick one, when I look
Yeah.
at sister's relationship with her pops, and I look at my girl's relationship
Yeah.
with her pops, and I'll be real with you, I don't know too much about sister's relationship with dad and that, you get me? But it looks,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? Like it's a different level.
It is what you think, bro. It is what you think.
Yeah, it's
Trust
all
me.
a different level, you know. And I was gonna say one thing.
Mhm.
I personally believe that it is the opposite thing, innit? It is, as a dad, you look at your son sometimes like, are you off the road, bro? You know what I mean? You might not even, you see yourself, bro, but when the voice gets deeper and the height comes and the attitude starts to, you look at my man like,
Yeah. Carry on.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
but as dads, you look at your daughters when they keep up a madness and it pisses you off, but there is a piece where you maybe see their mum, or they just have that where where sometimes, you know, it's a bit, it might be a bit easier to just, okay, all right, well,
Okay.
messed
Yeah.
up. Do you know what I mean?
Kinda
Because we're
give
not
them a
looking at
bit
man
more
like a,
leeway.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because they know the voice is softer.
Yeah.
I can imagine one of the first time. What was it like when one of the first times when the boys, you know, they did something wrong, and they're trying to explain themselves out of it.
Yeah.
Like, but their voice is deep and
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
and you're like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like,
Yep,
to me like,
yep. I had to do that, bro. I definitely had to do that and draw myself up and be like, wait, hold on, they're actually just talking.
you know what I mean?
But I'm used to hearing my own voice.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
used
yeah.
to hearing another
Two
man.
other big man in the yard.
I'm not used to hearing it like that. And like
Yeah.
you said, as an explanation, coming from your daughter, that must be different. 'Cause
It is.
even though they're explaining something, probably in the same kind of manner as well, just because of the tone.
Watch it. They will explain that, yeah. However, if the mum's present, this is another thing, yeah. As
Yeah.
much as dad's present, yeah, like is a good thing for people, like for little girls, like or for daughters. Watching how mum deals with dad, yeah, whether they're not together or not, but just even like if they're single mum and that, yeah, fam.
Okay.
And the daughter's looking at man's mum and mum's cussing out my man, yeah.
Yeah.
8 times out of 10, she's gonna grow up to be a lady who, if things don't
Okay,
go
yeah.
her way, I believe. I'm not putting that on all ladies. I'm not trying to cause a madness, but that's what man has seen, innit?
Yeah.
You get me? Because that's what you know. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Some girls are cool with having, like, you know, like co-parenting because that's what they know. As long as they see their dad, that's
It's
fine.
their surroundings, what they're used to, isn't it?
Do you know what I mean? And then there's some women who, listen, if you're not trying to marry me, like, what are we doing?
Yeah, we ain't. Yeah, there's family and everything coming with me as well. No, man. The reason why I asked, bro, is because, as I said, I was sitting there thinking to myself about the boys and stuff.
Yeah.
And, you know, future fathers, and I was like, wait, but the future mothers,
Mm.
they live with future fathers. Some of them don't have brothers,
Mm. Mm.
and those little girls that only have dad to look at and to follow and to view, like I said, like, what do girls need from their dad? Because it's a very broad question. It is a very broad question, and that's why I had to ask it that way. Because, as I said, I don't know, not having no daughters. I got nieces, so I've been able to have my little input here and there, but it's not the same, I would imagine, as having a little boy. So it kind of made me sit and think, well, if I had a little girl, I know for a fact that some of the things that I did with the boys, I definitely would not have done. I know that 100%.
I don't know.
Right. This is what I was gonna say. But
No,
on
I
the
see
other
it.
hand, why am I gonna change my parent in just because she's my daughter? I wouldn't.
This is what I believe, yeah. That you will deal with them differently because they're two different sexes,
Yeah.
innit, yeah?
And different people. Anyway.
And different people, innit, yeah? But primarily like different sexes, so there's gonna be different worries, innit?
Yep.
Yeah. Now, being in that situation where I've got to raise a young man and a young lady, one thing I will say is you want all your children, regardless of gender, to be safe, number one.
Yep.
So the same guidelines apply.
Yep.
Yeah, same guidelines apply up until a certain age. You get me?
Very true.
Like,
Very true.
we live in a world where I believe like man feels like man's got to take their youth to ballet and that. Brother, you know how much little girls are punching off people's faces right now in this world, doing Brazilian
Yes.
jiu-jitsu,
Yeah.
doing boxing, doing taekwondo, karate, kung fu, Muay Thai.
Yep.
Like, do you know how much
The
women
numbers are
are
growing
at the
as
gun
well.
range? Do you know how much like little girls are at the gun range in America?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I believe you raise your child, and this is where I will always say have gender in the equation, but at the same time
It's teaching, bro. That's
I
all
would
it
take
is.
gender out, because I'm not gonna not like if we was in America and it was, you know, a carry state, a gun state,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not gonna shoot my son, show my son how to shoot
and not
show my daughter how
I
to shoot.
understand that. Yep.
Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna there's gonna be certain places where I have worries of, so if she goes to a place where I know it's all man, yo,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be worried.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm gonna have
definitely.
to trust you, or you're not going. You know what I'm saying? If he goes to a place, I'm gonna be worried for different reasons. First, I'm gonna be worried about my daughter going to a place because there's too much man, they're gonna be hungry.
Yeah.
I'm worried about my son going to a place, too much man, it could be beef.
Yep.
There's no
Yeah. They're hungry in a different sense.
there's no way of dissecting the two in my heart. Like I you know,
It's still the same thing, base. As I said, it's
see what I'm
hunger
saying?
on a different level. Yeah.
because the big one wanted to do football at one stage. She was doing football. So
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
if she carried it on, then maybe same time I'm taking her brother to matches. I'm
Yeah.
picking like I definitely believe that is on the person and what type of woman you want your daughter to be, because I'll be real with you, future fathers, you have daughters, some of you might have daughters, you're raising them to be mothers
That's
of
right.
mothers to future fathers.
That's right.
Or partners to future fathers. I'll be honest with you, I would want my daughter to know everything what my son knows.
Yeah.
Level playing field. Yeah, like I said to you before the pod come on, I was like, yeah, I'm trying to raise my daughter to not need a man. Yeah,
This is what I was
and
telling you about the
you
universe,
see what I'm
bro.
saying? Yeah, it's mad, yeah. And
Yeah.
it's not even to not need a man. Yeah, want a man, want male energy, be
Yeah.
feminine, but if you move into your house,
Do not. I was gonna
yeah,
say,
and you need to put up that bed,
yeah. Do not limit your skills.
call me if you need or talk to
Yeah.
you. But you can put up your bed, you
That's
can paint your house, you can fix your car, you can punch a boy up if he's talking too much. You can do all these things. You can look
Yeah.
after yourself
Yeah.
in this world.
This is the funny thing, yeah. We as people sometimes, as you said, bro, taking gender out of the well, should I say, injecting gender into the equation.
Yeah.
We as people look at individuals and see, okay, because of your height you can do this, or you're unable to do this. Because of your weight you're unable to do this. Because you're a girl you're unable to do this. But the wickedest thing is, bro, as we have seen, yeah, and as you mentioned, from different sports to different combat sports and everything across the board, girls they've been getting involved in the numbers. Now, everything that you mentioned, fixing a car, painting your house, putting your bed together, those are only skills.
They're not
Those are-
gender assigned.
Exactly, those are only skills.
man.
Yeah, it's something that can be learned by anybody. And if you have the brain capacity to learn, then you know what I mean, go ahead. The only difference is, yeah, if you're a girl, you may not be able to reach as high as certain dudes because you're shorter. You may not be able to lift as much because of weight differential. Like, that is the
I'll
only
be real
difference.
with you, like I do believe men and women as genders are two different things, and we are made up two different ways. I've seen some
Yeah.
tall women, bro.
Oh, bro,
I've seen
I
some
know
hench
yeah,
women, bro,
Bro.
who can lift more than me and you put together, bro.
brother.
You might not be
Remember?
able to lift someone like the same size as,
Oh yeah,
you get me, as someone her size, but she can lift more than.
bro. You
a lot of
remember?
other men.
You remember
Mm.
one of the? You remember the boy's godmother and that?
Yeah, come on, yeah, that's
Right,
cool.
okay,
Yeah.
right, exactly. Her mum's tall, her sister. So
Is it?
I've known them tall, strong female,
mm.
but in general, they're not all that tall. But yeah, you know
No,
what?
but you get the WNBA.
Oh,
Come on,
well, yeah,
you get women that are really like Amazons out there.
6'2"
That's
and
taller
stuff.
than man. Like 7
6'2".
foot, bro. Like they're out here, bro.
Yeah.
Like they're really out here. Like,
I know that.
so I hear what you're saying in terms of short and tall. You can't. I believe everything is just skills, innit?
That's why I
Yeah,
said
like
it,
you
bro.
said, innit? Yeah. The only thing you can't, the main things you can't teach, like if I've got a daughter, I've got a son, I can't teach you how to give birth, bro.
That's right.
There is no way I'm gonna be able to
if
teach you.
if,
to
if
give
you
birth.
got a daughter, I don't
I
know how
can't
you're gonna
make you-
teach
yeah.
them to stand up peeing, man.
You know what I'm saying to you, bro? No, women out here doing that, you get me? But you know what I'm saying? But like at the same time, I can't teach you to, like impregnate a woman.
Yeah.
Like I can't physically by your own. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that are general, but apart from that, skills and that. Come on, I would love man's daughters to be at a place where, and this is where it is mad in society, because man's still a man, and I still love women to look a certain way or be a certain way. You get me?
Yeah,
But
as we all do.
with man's daughter, I definitely believe that it's that I want you to not feel like you are helpless.
Without a man.
Yeah,
I
like
understand.
society kind of used to in our day, like it's getting stronger now, but society kind of plays it that way. You need a man, you need to you know what I mean? But I would love her to see the love that me and their mum share in
Yes.
that, and
Yeah,
understand
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Rod, you know what? I wouldn't mind a piece of that, but do you know what? I can, if I need to go through this solo for a minute, I'm alright. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, bro. Being able to do that, definitely. Yeah, having the mindset to say, do you know what? I'm capable, and it's not totally necessary unless you want to have children.
Yeah. Unless you have a youth and that. But this is mad as well, because I look at our mums, and I think, well, my mum's not always been with someone.
Yeah, me too, bro.
Your mum ain't always been with
Yeah.
someone, my bro. Like, it's
She's
not the
still
case
been
that they
able to-
needed
she's
it.
still been able to
You
function.
function,
as a
that's what I'm
human
saying.
being,
Man
like-
didn't need, obviously, we were their youth, so we won't know when they cried
Yeah,
and was pissed because they're lonely or they need some tea quickly or whatever, you get
Yeah.
me? But man saw you do it, like,
Yeah.
by yourself, innit?
that's it.
That is what I would just love a piece of man's daughter to have, just that. If she has to draw on that there, that she can draw on that.
Yeah, you know the strength is there. Like,
You know what I mean?
will it into existence.
You know what I mean? I think also with boys as well, like, because you said like, what is it? What should we show? Because it's all full circle in my head. Like, the more we show the young men, the better they may be to their partners.
Yep.
The more we have a little input on women and whatever, you get me? The more that they will be able to learn something from our perspective.
That's right, bro. And the more they're capable of, or should I say, the more capable the family dynamic will
There you
become.
go. You know what I'm saying?
Because it just works in tandem. Everyone knows. See now, I don't know if I should say it. Everyone knows what they're supposed to do.
But do they though?
No.
This is what I'm gonna ask you. Do they in this day and age, brothers? So, in the world and the moral compass is how it is today. This is for you, though, D. But brothers, because we've been talking amongst ourselves.
Yep,
You get me?
yep.
But do you think everyone? What is it that everyone has to do anyway? That's the question. Because that's the certain times we have beefs in my house about what is the roles. What is the roles?
Do you know what? I'm gonna talk on this one, right?
And hold on.
Go
I'm asking you because of your dynamic.
Right.
So what are the roles, bro?
Okay, this is exactly why I was gonna say something. So, in my house, if you follow me on Insta, and you should do, most of you will do,
All of you
know-
lot should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know that I cook.
Yes, sir.
I'm
the chores down
I'm the one that cooks the meals in my house.
with the gravy. Dumplings, you get me? You lot don't even know. It's dumplings, yeah? They're like bite-sized dumplings, you get me? So you can't even just have two.
No,
Because by the
nah.
time you finish one, the second one's finished.
That's it.
Do you know? So yeah,
Yeah.
I took them off track.
It's alright,
It's
it's
the
okay,
dumplings. I was
it's
there with
okay.
the gravy.
He was there
And
with
the
the
rice
food.
and
He was
the
there
veg.
with the meal was
Yeah,
right
it
in
was
front
mad
of him.
Anyway, yeah.
so I'm the one that cooks in my house.
And the
yeah?
potatoes. Yeah, so.
Listen, this dude. Right, so I'm the one that cooks in my house. I'm the one that prepares the meals in my house. But people
Big up
will
my
say,
shit. Hey, sorry, I
Go
keep
on.
doing this, yeah?
Go on.
I'm gas future fathers. I don't even want to say future fathers. Brothers. Hey, listen, my bros. What's the name for them?
What?
Is it just future? Are we calling them future fathers?
No, bro, they're brothers, fam.
Oh, yeah? Ah, cool.
Yeah, bro.
Bros, listen. Big up my sisters, Shepherd's Pie.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to
Yeah, yeah,
leave
yeah,
it
yeah,
there. Leave. And the spag bowl. Leave it
Yeah.
there.
yeah,
Leave it there.
yeah.
Just leave it there.
Yeah, serious things. So, back to what I was saying. I'm the one that does the chefing in the house. I cook the meals.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm the one that has mainly taught the boys how to cook and keep themselves, neat and whatnot.
Mm.
Not to say that mum don't do it.
Yeah, couple.
Not to say that, but I'm the one that's taken that on board. Now, I wouldn't say. Well, actually, most people would say, yeah. Oh, but ain't mum supposed to cook their meals? Hold on. If both parents can cook, yeah, and the children need to eat food, who's then responsible for the children eating? Because you can both cook. What are both of you supposed to say? Well, I've cooked already. I'm not doing it.
You know, like that.
No, the children need to eat. One of you cooks the meal, bruv. Like, simple. That's it. If the house needs cleaning, brother, best believe, yeah, I will gladly
Yeah,
pick
man,
up a
clean it.
broom.
Yeah.
Gladly. Not only because it's a good practice, but I'm teaching my boys through
Cleanliness,
seeing
bro.
somebody do something.
Yeah, pick
They're
up that.
watching their dad pick up the broom. They're watching me do that, and they're saying, "Well, do you know what? It's my mum's not supposed to do it. I'm supposed to take
Yeah,
care of
levels.
myself. That's it." If mum wasn't involved in their lives, they've got somebody that can teach them. If I wasn't involved in their lives, they've got somebody that can teach them. That is ultimately the lesson. We want to be able to teach our children stuff. It doesn't matter who teaches them, as long as they're getting the right lessons.
Do you know what's mad? That's why I asked you.
Go on.
I stepped into my thing real chauvinistic. My earliest memory, yeah, of being in the kitchen, yeah,
Yeah.
rolled into my kitchen, you get me? Like, yeah, Nan's cooking a food. Obviously, when I was a youth, for those of you that don't know, I lived with my grandparents for
Yeah.
many years, you get me? So what's
Yes,
this
you
now?
did.
I've gone in the kitchen, Nan's whipping up a food. I can remember salad being on there, so I think there might have been a rice and peas, salad, whatever. I've gone in there, I've said, yeah, Nan, she know how to cook, you get me? She was like, feeding in it. Come out of there, man. Where's not for me in it, for man?
Yeah.
You see
Yeah.
that? It's like I took that and I ran with it my whole life, like that. My wife right now, bro, like I've gotten better. Like now, even like
Yeah.
when she was sick and that, you had to
I
come and
know,
do
yeah,
the food
bro.
and do all of that, bro. You get me?
Yep.
Now, but I'm throwing
brother's
down. You get
dealing
me?
with it.
Throwing down. But it was also,
Dealing with it.
it's also because being in this family dynamic has also shown me, like what you said. It's like, what are the roles, bruv? Because you
Yes.
know what? I'm not about to sit down in my house and it's not tidy and have a
There
go.
you go. There
You get me?
go. You're capable of doing it yourself.
You see what I'm
Alright?
saying? And what you said is you're not just showing them, oh, mum doesn't have to do it. You're showing your youths that you see when they leave and they have their own yard.
That's
that
right.
my place has to be kept a certain way.
That's right.
The standard. Even if their rooms are messy or whatever at home, like as youths and that, but you told them every whatever it's a chore day or
That's
where
right.
it's time
Yes.
to
Yes.
I guarantee you, when they leave your house, they might be lazy at times. Don't get it twisted. Yeah?
Everyone is.
Yeah, everyone is, but the yard will not be below a certain standard.
No.
You get me?
No.
Because of what you've instilled into
As
the
I've,
youths.
as I've told the boys individually,
Yeah.
and collectively, I've said to both of them, do you know what? I feel sorry for you when you leave here, you know, because at first their house is not going to be as it should be, which is fully understandable because you don't understand the concept of cleaning your own place for yourself when you're alone and your parents are not there.
Yeah, it's different. And furthermore, forget that it's when you've not been told to. That's what it is.
That's it.
It's
That's
when
it.
someone's not telling them or telling you, listen, clean up that.
Right.
Do.
No one ain't had to say nothing to you.
Yeah.
And I think going back to having daughters, bro, I just thought of this. Going back to having daughters, that is the next thing. Your daughters see you do things in the house. No.
Yeah,
your
go
daughters
on.
see you do things in the house. Yeah. So when they're with their partners now,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, they will have certain standards. Why have you not done this?
right.
Why is this not that way? Why is da? Why are you like that?
Yep.
You know
And
what
it's
I'm
not
saying?
it's not them being arrogant.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
them being
It's what they know.
taking charge and being like demanding and stuff. No. It's as we done said, it's a partnership.
Yeah.
You know, your daughters grew up in a house where they saw their dad take
Dealing with
charge
it.
and doing
Yeah,
certain things that
yeah.
most people wouldn't deem necessary or
yeah.
wouldn't deem a man's job. No, he's taking care of what needs to be taken care of.
Yeah,
Done.
yeah, straight.
End of story. That's it.
Straight.
So they're growing up knowing that, seeing that. Why should they not expect that in their partners?
There you go. There you go. There you go. And that for me, like, I'm trying to raise two young girls into women that, you know, they have a certain standard of life. And with the energy that we have, that they're on a deeper level, you get me? And they might be able to keep that momentum going through their daughters and their sons, you get me? Like,
I would hope so.
you know what I'm trying to say?
hope
Because
so.
I look at it, and obviously the man them, brothers, we all agree that the young men and the man them, we're moving mad out here right now, moving crazy. Like, certain morals and things that are being pumped into the guys' face and that, and what we're keeping up with is a mad thing. But also the women, man.
I was just gonna say
certain
that. You know
things-
what? It's sad because
It's a circle, bro.
it really is. It really is. What I was gonna say is it's sad because, bringing it back to the daughters again, I'm watching all of what these little boys have endured recently. Yeah. And I'm watching what the daughters of people around me have had to endure. Like, I'm just talking about societal wise. Now, our little boys have been taught to be young men, and at the same time they've been taught to open up about their feelings and this, that, and we're teaching people are teaching the little girls on, you're not supposed to, or you don't need this, you don't need that, you're able to do blah blah blah. And the roles, as we said, are they've been skewed, should I say? Yeah. No one person is tied down to doing one specific thing. Now, our children, collectively, boys and girls, are supposed to be taught skills for life.
Life skills.
It doesn't matter what skills they learn or what skills they choose to learn. We as parents are obligated to give them the best.
I'm gonna say something to you that coincides with that. The man watches wildlife. Yeah, I don't know if I've said it there.
Yeah. They came with the wildlife. Yeah. Which I'm gonna get some sound. I'm gonna get some birds tweeting on my soundboard.
Hey, there's something on Netflix called Chimp Empire.
Oh my god!
You watch that?
We started watching it yesterday, bro.
Oh, I don't want to say what I'm saying. What did you? Yeah, watch it.
No, bro.
So there's
Talk to them.
a camp. Obviously, there's a couple tribes of chimps in this place, innit? Yeah, and I know that TV dramatizes the wildlife to make it deeper than it is, but this is the realness. One of these tribes of chimpanzees, man, the women go out with the men on patrol with the youths, and they do this because their group is so small. Yeah, it's medium, but it's small compared to chimp groups and families, innit? You get me? So they bring those. So when those chimp babies and girls chimp babies, you teaching now both men, both male chimps and female chimps to hunt. Do you understand?
Everyone's eating.
Rather than just the males go out hunting.
Because what happens when one male goes out hunting and don't come back? No one's eating. And you know the best thing about it, bro, is the wickedest thing is, I don't know if any of you see now. I'm going straight to my gaming. Imagine this. I went to nature. I went to gaming. We both got a game called Evolution.
Yo.
Yeah.
I big up the creators.
Shout out to Ubisoft.
Yeah, man.
Your
Big
game
up
is
Ubisoft,
dope.
for that, man.
Yeah. And the game is about chimps and teaching it's literally about evolution.
Yeah.
And how do you teach chimps? You take the young ones out to see what to eat, what not to eat, how to climb, what branches to stand on, all of that.
Not a word is said.
Nothing. No dialogue whatsoever. It's literally teaching. But isn't that what we're supposed to do with our young?
Yeah.
And we're trying to confuse them with all this extra stuff when they just need the basics.
Them man out there ain't got iPad. There's always the best branch, or there's always the top male or the top female. There's always competition is always in all species of animals and humans or whatever in it. But I think that one of the biggest things that actually splits us into is just the use of technology. Them man there are with the world, bro. Daughters and sons are taught to be daughters and sons.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Like, we have, I believe, as humans, you get me, we got mad stuff that blocks things or just
distractions.
Man. Yeah,
bare distractions.
And yeah, distracts man from the because this is what I always say. Future fathers, raise your children, or try to raise your children. I will say this, and I'm talking to myself as well. Try to raise your children as if the end of the world is tomorrow.
Oh my brother, I like that.
You get me?
Like
try raise your children as if the end of the, because we got computers, we got the net, we got 5G and all this. You get me?
But what happens if none of that?
If all of that goes and no one ain't got no electric, and no one after 5-10 years, some people are gonna have to be able to live off the land. Or pattern up.
If you can't do that, you're
you get me? Teach yourself. Even hunting, like for cans of food, is still hunting.
It is foraging.
If there's 80 other man in there and they got straps and that, and they're looking to do a madness,
then you're hunting. Then you're hunting.
You're hunting.
Definitely.
You get me?
All right. So let me ask you a question based on what you just said about teaching your children as if the world ended tomorrow. Yeah. So your daughters in particular, being a man that lives in the house, you're present in your daughters' lives. If the world ended tomorrow, what 3 lessons do you think would be important life lessons for your daughters to take forward?
First one, know when to and when not to.
Yeah.
Second, and the reason I'm gonna explain why. If we're talking the world end, you get me, everyone's brothers, I'm sure you watched the apocalyptic films and all these things, you get me, dystopian films and that, bro. My daughters ain't going out like someone's concubine, you get me? So they gotta know when to take a life, to save their own, or when to preserve life, you get me? Second thing, know how to live off the land. Food, you get me? Hunting, Third, like in terms of like literally survival, in terms of how to make fire, how to tie certain knots, if you ain't
Okay,
got this,
yeah.
then try and make it out of that. Like their mum done beavers, like not beavers, like guides and all these things. So she
you
teaches them a
mentioned
madness,
that.
bro.
Yeah.
Like what duck leaves, what getaway poison ivy rash, all these little things.
Okay.
You get me? So those
See,
things there,
yeah.
like that's off the land, agriculture and that, or whatever we call that. And then the third one, shelter, how to maintain and how to fix. See, with these three things, that's money there without having to lay down on your back.
Very
If you
true.
can hunt, you can make money.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you can fix things, you
You
can make money. If
Yeah.
you can live off the land, you can make money. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. And if you've got a skill that is very transferable,
You get me?
you're laughing.
and from when you can make money, then your mind in those times, your mind can then grow to how if you want to reach the top or if you want to do this,
Alright.
if you want to do that. But those when to how to live off the land and how to work with the land and shelter, how to look after, preserve the shelter.
All
You
right.
get me? What
So-
would you go on? What you saying?
No, next question.
Yeah.
Next question. So, you've got two daughters
Yeah,
living in the 21st century.
yeah,
Eldest one is definitely using social media.
yeah.
Do you think that social media has had more of an influence on how she views the world than it should have?
The thing with social media, yeah, is the world, man, and you're seeing the world on social media, good, bad, and
Yeah.
ugly. You know, I think it has had more of an effect in terms of influencing decisions, i.e., things she wants, i.e., what she sees, what she wants to obtain. You get me? Maybe certain morals when it comes to how girls of her age may deal with certain things. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that would where it would have a big impact. I think there's goods, there's pros and cons. You don't want them exposed to things early, You know.
Definitely not. Yeah.
but I'll be real with you. My daughter's had 2 jobs, blood. Like, now,
Big up my knees.
if she hadn't seen like socials and that and seen what people could have and what's out there,
See, that's the double-edged sword.
then
though,
I
innit?
don't know.
Yeah.
You get me? But and she's not a chick who's always in socials. I rate my big girl, man. Big you up, princess. She's not even a chick who's always in socials, but you're on socials, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? She's 17 soon. Yeah, I definitely believe that it's had it on every
Yeah.
like on all users. It has an effect. Like you see, but like I said before, when man was man's age growing up, you saw what you saw around you, innit?
Yes. Yeah.
MySpace
Now-
might give you a
yeah.
little peek and that. You saw what you saw around you. You saw what you saw on your ends, innit? Unless you travelled out of the ends to go to
Yeah,
someone
you
else's
didn't
ends,
know what was going on.
didn't
like
know
that.
what was going on. Now I can be in my bedroom and know what's going on in America. I can know what's going on in Japan. I can
Anywhere
know
in the world.
anywhere in one swipe.
Yep.
You know, like
Yeah.
so. It's part of our human evolution. So it's gonna change and affect
It will do.
what she does or what they do or what they don't do. But me and her mum are very old school at the same time. So she's gonna listen. My youths are not my youths, innit? Yeah? Like, they're gonna do whatever they wanna do, bro. That's the end of the line. That's the
Yes.
like
Yeah,
all you
yeah.
like brothers, all of you lot who think that you see when your child leaves, bro, to go school and you don't have to pick them up, you don't have to take them, or go club, or anywhere where you are not in their immediate vicinity, bro. Like, you see how they talk to their friends might change.
Of course it
Their
does.
brethren are swearing, they might swear now, but you never heard that
Definitely,
before.
yeah.
They are people in training, innit? So, but if they got a good base, then they know what to draw. They know, at least they
Yeah.
know, right, maybe I should fix
Yeah,
up
this
here,
is
innit?
how I do. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah.
Do Do you know what I mean? But for girls, it's like, I'll be real with you, yeah, it's a mad world. Like right now, from what I can see, women are very vocal, which is a good thing. It's a brilliant thing. I feel like a lot of the attitude, but I might be only because it deals with the algorithms, innit? You get me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the young black ladies that I do see on my algorithm, you get me? They're on smoke, bro. Like, you gotta have this. I ain't doing this. You gotta do that. And
it's the same on mine, bro.
you know what I mean? And I try to, you
it's mad.
get me? I try and show. Do you know what? That goes back to her mum's not like that, innit?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she deals with me very much like her mum. So you see, when I'm in a mood or the day's been mad, she won't bother me. Or she might say,
Yeah.
"Oh, you're right, good, yeah."
Yeah.
Like mum might do. Mum
Yeah.
might, "Oh, you're right, babes. You want something?"
Yeah.
Yeah, you could.
But that's the bro. You see now, that is it there. She's learning how to deal with men from
With her
dealing
mum.
with you.
And
What-
me, yeah. Through dealing with me, from
Yeah.
watching everyone deal with me.
That's it.
You get me?
That's ultimately it. So, bro, in the 21st century, yeah, it's hard raising children, let alone raising black children.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, my brother, if you had to give not a piece of advice, but if you had to pass on one piece of knowledge on dealing with daughters to somebody that was a complete stranger, what would you tell them? Someone sat down, someone pulled up at the petrol station next to you and just said to you, "Brother, do you know what? I just found out my girl's gonna be pregnant. Or I just found out my girl's pregnant. We're gonna have a little girl.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. I don't know how I'm gonna deal with this. But like, I see you got a child seat there. Like, you got children. You got a little girl. And you say, yeah. What would you say to him, bro? You're probably never gonna see this brother again.
Yeah.
You're filled up, like you're getting back in your car.
Yeah.
What would you say to him?
Everyone's experience is different, but the first thing I would say is, number one, don't be too hard on yourself. That's the first thing.
Yeah, that is the number one thing I say in
You
raising
get me?
children.
Yeah, you get me. That's why it was
That's
mad. Like,
serious,
it's not just for girls.
Bro,
It's like,
yeah, like,
don't be too hard on yourself. Number one. Number two, when it comes to your daughters, have patience. You get me? They are emotional. If they like your baby mother or your partner, either way, like have patience with your daughter. Number one. Number two, show her the man that you would like her to be with. Yeah. And number three, whatever you do, just love your daughter. Bro. You get me? It's mad. Like, you say that with all your youth. That's why I don't raise man's youth separately. Like, so it's hard for me to kind of dissect and be this is just for the girls. Like, this is all youth, but like just treat her. That my main thing for the gender thing is like, as a dad, like raw, like differently. Just treat her when she gets old enough. Or not even old enough to spend bare time with your daughter, fam. Like, just spend as much time as you can getting to know her and her getting to know you, because essentially in a world full of men, she's gonna come back to you, like when things go tits up or even when things are good. She's gonna cut, like, you are the first in it. Like, always keep a strong link with your daughter in it, and always just always look out for her, man. But it's hard. Always look out for your son. Always keep a strong link with your son.
You just gotta keep a good lookout for your children.
Yes, this is children, man. There's no
all it
boy
is.
girl business. You get me? But like, man, just look after your children. Look after your children.
There you go. Heard it. You heard it from Nay first.
You get me?
Look after your children. That's all it is. Brothers, fathers everywhere.
Yeah.
I hope you had a good listen. We had a good time.
Yeah,
Sitting
we
there
like chatting, man. Yeah, man.
Nice and cozy and warm now. Trust me, you don't know. Anyway, bros, as we say always, yeah, they're only children. You want the best for them, regardless. of who they are. Where, yo, don't matter. And right now, with how things are going, as we said, you want to teach you, or should I say, you would want your children to have the best skills and the best skills necessary for them as people, for them to go forward. But for your daughters in particular, as Nay said, yeah, you have to show her the man you would eventually want her to be with. That's an important thing, I believe, you know. And as you man know as well, I don't use that word very lightly, but I think that is definitely a truth. I can't think of anything better or truer that somebody has said that I have heard. Because as I've stated already, when it comes to my boys, I always I always put forward, I try to be the dad that I would want them to call. You know, ultimately, we know as parents, we're not going to be around with our children forever. And what my brother said, I think that statement there rings true for every father that has a daughter. You need to emulate the man you would want her to be with, as best as you can. Because no one's perfect. You're never going to get everything right. But with them, you know, they're still your children, man. Don't take everything too lightly. Don't take everything to heart.
For real, that's the big one.
We just need to teach them. Sons and daughters, future fathers, future mothers. They're the ones carrying on the names. They're the ones carrying on the next generation. They're the ones giving life. My brothers and fathers everywhere. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, share, subscribe, follow, do all the good stuff. Press the buttons. Yeah. I've been D.
And me.
This is the Future Fathers FF podcast. And I beg you, stay blessed.
More love.